I have actually come here to explain these lies which have been going around on Twitter, saying that MATEMBE has now changed her mind and she believes that President Museveni should be the one to continue ruling this nation and not Kyagulanyi, who has no intellect and strength. That's what they say. I've been thinking, of course, that every sensible person who knows who MATEMBE is would not believe in such nonsense. But now, and I've been thinking these are fools who are lying around on Twitter. But now, I've got a revelation which has come because of Dombo, the official spokesperson of NRM, has come out to clearly confirm these lies that were going around, putting words in my mouth. And I have now realized that these NRM people, I think, have done research and have found out that Ugandans and other international community believe in what MATEMBE says. Now I am here, fellow Ugandans and all of you people who believe in me, to tell you that that tweet which has been moving around is nonsensical rubbish from those fools who think they can capture your mind to believe wrong things. Therefore, please, stick to my integrity, stick to what I say. I rarely tweet, I use my mouth. My mouth is the weapon. And now that it is here clearly telling you that that is nonsensical rubbish of a lie being used to turn your mind to the wrong, please stick to what I say.
If you look at the NRM, the mass party, its membership is free, meaning that they don't have a social base, regardless of the numbers, because their activities are not funded by the membership. Where they get money from, I think 80% of their resources are taxpayers' money. One got illegally through numerical strength in parliament, but the other also accessed illegally because they are the party in power. And the corruption that we see their leader exhibiting, including the recent bribery of legislators. So when you look at the ability of the NRM to engage, if today NRM lost power, because I also share the school of thought that the NRM is kept in power by its military wing.
Of course.
Originally NRA, but now UPDF. If you detached NRM from the army and from the coffers of the public, there is no party. In my view, there will be no party, and there is no party beyond the two structures.
I agree.
Thank you. When you come to the young and the biggest opposition party, the National Unity Platform, they are now 4 years old, or about 5. They've put up a headquarters bigger than NRM. They have a social base. Diaspora people put money on the table. They have active membership of young people. Although the regime harasses, the NRM youth wing, military wing harasses the young members of NUP with kidnaps, torture. Almost on a weekly basis, there is a prominent NUP person kidnapped, thanks to their military wing. So, ideology, whatever you can fault to them, given that their constitutional amendments were held by elements in court. Yeah. When you go to the FDC, for 20 years of Uganda's multi-party dispensation, we used to credit the FDC as a proper reset party under the 1995 Constitution. Structures, headquarters, leadership, commendable leadership in society. It was surprising when the FDC was scattered with a few handouts belonging to a taxpayer from the president. Scattered. People had sacrificed. I remember the comrades that participated at the establishment of the FDC, writing, doing research. So you would think that that would be a lasting party, collapsed with the taxpayers' money. You go to the old parties of UPC and DP, they've been struggling since the return of multi-party politics. For obvious reasons, they were targeted after NRM. The ban was directly targeting them, to cripple them. Some people in the CA debated, outlawing these old parties so that we start afresh. And then others said, no, you can't rewrite history like that. But the actions more or less were meant to write them off. UPC was stronger when parties were under a ban than after. The Presidential Policy Commission, the Ranyarares that kept fighting, Zaka Rolumu and others, they were stronger than these parties today. So UPC and DP were stronger in the ban for parties than when they were set free, because then opportunistic tendencies took over. You look at the Democratic Party today, and then the two parties again, one leg in the government, one leg. In a multi-party dispensation, you can join a coalition of parties. Government can lead through a coalition of parties. If we were sincere people, NRM would be leading with a coalition of UPC and DP. But because of the insincerity in their dealings, and the other parties involved, of course, it's not one-sided. You have NRM as a majority party in power, and then you have people with one leg of UPC going into the bucket of NRM, another leg of Mao going into the bucket of NRM, without any principled coalition.
So your leader, Kyagulanyi, is more honest, more principled than you, so-called lawyer Mpuga. You are a coward, you are an opportunist, and the sooner you resign as the leader of opposition, and not only as the leader of the opposition, but as a member of NUPE, the sooner the better this country will be off. Katonda one. Okay. What is going to this country? Mpuga, are you a lawyer or a speculator? Katonda one. When I hear the names of people like Mpuga complaining with his leader, and in the parliament he's loved a leader of the opposition, I want to vomit. Mpuga resigns today.
For non-performance.
And the late for non-performance and for deception. You deceived me. That's why you are going to move that motion in. I am going to give it to you. The newspapers don't publish these things. Mpuga, what are you doing? You are not a politician. And Kanyayihamba is very angry with you. So are many Ugandans. Leave office now. Let Kyagulanyi run NUPE.
Not Mpuga. Okay.
At least is the principle.
Our viewers with Justice Kanyayihamba is annoyed over the performance of the leader of opposition. What guides your assertion that Mpuga is likely, if given an opportunity, can serve as cabinet minister in Museveni's minister?
Yeah, it's very easy. I am going to give it to you today. You talk to him and let him talk to me, and you put us together. Invite us to talk. I sent him a note. And he called me, I have received it. And I'm going to do it. The note was for him to move a motion as leader of NUPE in the parliament. One simple motion which said, I move. These are the words. Please write them down or record them. I move that paragraph A of subsection 9 of section, I think 39,
59
of the Presidential Elections Act should be deleted from our laws because it is unconstitutional and it was obtained by fraud. He has failed to move that, Mr. Mpuga, if you are listening to me. Why haven't you moved that motion? Explain to the viewers and to no man here. You have it in your pocket. You said you are going to take it down in your notes, and you are going to move it. That is the man I have talked to. And they send physically, he said, I have received their note, saying paragraph A of subsection 6 of section, I think 59 or whatever, 59. Is illegal and unconstitutional and should be deleted from our law. It also conflicts with the Constitution. Why was I saying it is unconstitutional? It conflicts with the Constitution of Uganda of 1995. Secondly, it is the one who authorized the removal of age limits from our Constitution, for which the President sacked Kategaya, my friend, sacked Amanya Mashega, sacked Miriam MATEMBE, sacked Dansari.